We have broken down case growth rates by political orientation. We found, oh, wow, red counties have a dramatically higher case rate than blue counties. We've looked at it every way, sliced and diced it. There is a new study which is now looking at what states have more than the average number of cases and what states, or which states, as some may prefer, have fewer than the national average of cases. Of the 23 states with above average COVID cases, 21 voted for Trump. Now, this is state by state. We could do this county by county. We could do this in other ways. A Business Insider article. There's a significant political divide in how U.S. states are dealing with the pandemic, and red states are faring much worse, according to the Washington Post report. States that backed Trump in the most recent election have higher rates of COVID cases and deaths than those that voted Biden. Not surprising, but look at the degree to which this is true. Of the 23 states that have a total of new COVID cases per capita above the national ratio, Washington Post says 21 of them voted for Trump in November. 21 out of 23 of the above average COVID states voted Trump. Now, interestingly, Hawaii and Georgia are the only Biden states with more cases per capita than the average. Hawaii is an exception in a sense because you have people from all over the country going to Hawaii for vacations, and it's not clear what effect that's having. But at least one of the two exceptions to the 21 out of 23 seems to have a sort of travel related situation that is specific. A similar statistic applies when it comes to the number of deaths. Of the 18 states with new death tolls higher than the national ratio, 14 of those voted for the former president, Donald Trump. When it comes to the 17 least vaccinated states, 16, all but Georgia, voted for Trump. This is math, guys. Now, there's been an attempted rebuttal at this data, which says you also need to equalize for population density. And I've looked at those analyses which say that it's much more even. Where is it worse? Is it worse in red versus blue? Sort of trying to point to a different factor. It's not convincing based on everything I've read. When you look at a county level analysis, when you look at a state level analysis, no matter how you slice and dice it, it is abundantly clear that the group that is most against the vaccine is Trump voting Republicans. And the places with more Trump voting Republicans are the places that disproportionately have more cases and have more deaths. Now, I know some of you might say, David, hold on. Remember, it was New York. It was Massachusetts. It was California. This was an early result before we knew anything about the virus, about the fact that the places with the most direct flights to the places that had early cases, Asia and Europe, were the hardest hit early. But when you look at the numbers, once vaccination started, once we understood what guidelines worked, once we understood how things worked, it is overwhelmingly worse in the places with a lot of Republicans who aren't getting vaccinated. It doesn't matter how you slice and dice the data. Are there people so deluded that they want to get COVID in order to make Biden look worse? Are there people who think, you know what, if I get it, that'll be another case and that'll make Biden look bad? Does anybody know? Has anybody come across people matching that description? If so, I want to hear about it. But the numbers are humiliating. They're humiliating in terms of cases. They're humiliating in terms of vaccines. Now, what's the upshot? It looks like in the same way as Europe is starting to get over the Delta wave, I'm hopeful because remember, I don't, for me, this is just about health. It's not about, who could look good or bad based on where. No, it looks as though numbers are leveling off and cases are even down about 7% over the last 10 days or so. Let's hope it continues. The vaccine, quote, mandates from Joe Biden will take some time to have an effect, but hopefully they will. And we will be tracking it all for you. Let me know what's going on in your state. You can find me on Twitter at dpacman and send me your thoughts. One of our sponsors is Four Sigmatic, the company best known for their delicious mushroom coffee. Four Sigmatic's mushroom coffee is organic, fair trade, single origin Arabica coffee with both lion's mane and chaga mushrooms. Chaga mushrooms have actually been shown to have potential in supporting the immune system in peer-reviewed studies. I've been drinking Four Sigmatic coffee a lot lately. It actually doesn't taste anything like mushrooms. It just tastes like any delicious coffee, but it's really easy on my stomach, doesn't give me any jittery feeling or a midday crash. And they have over 20,000 five-star reviews. And best of all, if you don't love it, you'll get 100% of your money back because they stand behind their product. You've got nothing to lose by giving it a try. Four Sigmatic is giving my audience up to 40% off and free shipping when you go to foursigmatic.com/Pacman. The link is right underneath this video.